Okay,
Are we
hello.
going to write today?
What dear, Munib?
I said, are we going to write today?
No, we'll not write today. Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to study a new text that is about favorite seasons. Okay, favorite season and favorite time of the year. So come on, everyone tell me one by one, which is your favorite season and why?
Winter.
Winter. Why you get to eat?
Winter.
I like cold.
Ma'am, I like the winter in snowy area.
Okay, winters in the snowy areas. Okay. Yaya says summer because he loves to eat ice creams maybe.
Ma'am,
What about
I love winter because it's cold and I get more time to sleep. Like it's very relaxing. Plus, we have so many snacks and so many holidays also in that season. So
true. So you have holidays from next week. Your holidays are starting. Not actually from Friday itself, just Friday, coming Friday, 27th.
summer because it has the whole summer vacation, ma'am. We don't need to take the school.
Okay, great. Mohammed says winter, monsoon, summer. So which season are you sparing, Mohammed? All the three seasons you have seen.
And that's all the 3 seasons in India.
Yes. So most of you are liking winter, some of you like summer. It's great. So even we have, yes.
In summer, I have my birthday.
Okay, great. In summers you have your birthday. I agree. Winters, like even I've not been able to make a proper opinion out of this because in winters we feel very lazy. Yes, we can sleep definitely, but waking up is a great task in winters. When you have to wake up, you can't wake up because you're feeling already very lazy and it's all cold around. And then when you talk about summers are good until you don't go out and it's a lot of hot sun shining upon you. And rainy season only it's good when the first rain is there. After that, it's all mess around. So I have not even yet decided which season do I like. Every season has its
Ma'am,
own.
I don't like rainy season because it's like so many mosquitoes are there.
Yes. Every season
And
has
that
its own
sticky
advantages and disadvantages.
I don't
Yes,
like going
Ibrahim.
out because whenever I wear Ketos or Crocs or slippers, the whole water splashes and that I don't like that feeling.
Yes. So you have to wear raincoats. I don't know whether, Mumbai also it rains a lot. Most of you are from Mumbai, right?
Yes.
Mumbai also it rains a lot. Okay, yeah, Nerul. So it's from that part. So there is a lot of rain. Even here where I stay in Gujarat. So here it rains a lot, and people literally wear raincoats to go out in rainy season.
But Gujarat is dry, right?
Yes, Gujarat. What?
Gujarat is very dry, right?
No, it's not dry. Like in rainy
Most
season,
of
it
the
rains a lot.
cyclones that comes over there. Most of the
Yeah.
cyclones come from Gujarat.
I have
to
a beach
Maharashtra.
5 kilometer away from me, and it rains a lot here. Like during rainy season, it rains a lot. People have raincoats. Everybody will have a raincoat. I guess everyone around us, most of the people who live in Gujarat, they have a raincoat. So whenever there is a lot of rain pouring down, nothing can stop them. They'll wear the raincoat and they'll go for their work. Okay, come on. So the theme of the next part of the unit is favorite seasons and times of the day and year. So we actually skipped this by mistake. I don't know how we did it. We directly went on to this one. Autumn for me is. That day we read this. So first we'll do this. What, Mohammed? What, why?
No, I was not doing anything. Acha.
What?
Sorry.
Okay. So we skip this by mistake. So we are going to read this today. Okay. Come on. Starting from Amina. Yes, Amina.
Dear Noor, I'm very excited that tomorrow is our biggest event of the year when we celebrate New Year. The first day of the lunar calendar. This has its origin in
Folklore.
and celebrate folklore and celebrates the time when people try to scare away a demon called festival by using the color red and setting off firecrackers. Red symbolizes luck, peace, and fortune. The fireworks also bring in new hope for the future and get rid of bad luck from the past year. There is a 12-year cycle of animal names. This is the year of the rabbit, and next year will be the dragon, a really special one.
Okay,
Tonight
wait.
we shall.
Okay, thank you. Sufyan, continue. Sufyan, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please continue.
Tonight we shall watch a spring gala of comedies and songs performed in traditional costume, lasting for 4 or 5 hours. We shall eat dumplings for dinner, which occurs exactly at midnight. Our house and the streets outside have been decorated with red silk banners and messages of goodwill. Tomorrow we shall give presents to our family members and friends to wish them well in the coming year. We must say Zin Nian Kuai Le to everyone we meet, which means Happy New Year. Gifts of money are given to children. In the evening, we shall watch the TV program which everyone watches on this day. It's the most exciting day of the year for Chinese people. Wishing you Zin Nian Kuai Le.
Okay, so see, we are talking about a festival. So this is basically we are talking about New Year, right? So there is a Chinese student who is writing a letter to his pen friend and describing about his favorite day of the year. So his favorite day of the year is New Year. Just telling how he is excited that tomorrow is our biggest event of the year. So this shows that Chinese people, they celebrate New Year with lot of happiness, and they enjoy celebrating this festival. So they take it as a festival. They take New Year, they treat it as a festival. We treat Christmas as a festival. They treat New Year as a festival. And even Christmas is not very nicely celebrated in India the way it is celebrated in Western countries. So here still most of the festivals like Diwali and Holi, they still hold more, people celebrate it more nicely compared to Christmas. So but here if we talk about these people, so they are celebrating New Year. Okay, yes, Indian festivals, yes, all the Indian festivals, they are given more importance compared to the festivals, for example Christmas and all these. But still we have holidays, so that is something, that is a plus point, right? Even though we are not going to celebrate Christmas, but still we are going to have holidays, and that will be the best part for all of you who love winters, to sleep nicely. Okay, so I'm very excited about the biggest event of the year when we celebrate New Year, the first day of the lunar calendar. This has its own origin in folklore. What is folklore, Rushda?
It could be a story like
Yeah,
like
a story. Yes, a story, or if we talk about past, if we talk about olden times, there had been many kings and queens and everything. So now, how do we know about their existence and everything through traditional stories and through folklores. So it can be a story, it can be a song also, a traditional song, folk song, a traditional story. So this is what is the meaning of folklore. Okay. And celebrates the time when people try to scare away a demon called festival by using the color red and setting of firecrackers. So this is this means that, you know, they use firecrackers and okay, and people use firecrackers, they set firecrackers, and color red is symbolized as, it is taken as a symbol of luck, peace and fortune. So they consider color red as a good color. The fireworks also bring in new hope for the future as the year is ending and there is a new year that is starting. So they are celebrating that and they're saying that, you know, fireworks bring in new hope for a future, that whatever is coming, whatever is there in the future in the next year, may God, you know, do mercy and everything should go all right and get rid of the bad. Yes.
The end of coronavirus.
Yes, may that happen. I mean, okay. So, and if we talk about past year, so everything that has happened wrong in the past year, you know, that should perish away, that should go away from our memories. And, you know, we come up from that, we move on from that and look forward to a brighter future. So there is a 12-year cycle of animal names. So that is the 12 months they are talking about. This is the year of the rabbit and next year will be a dragon, a really special one. So they are naming the years. Okay. Tonight we shall watch a spring gala of comedies and songs. So now he's telling how he's going to celebrate. Okay, the student is saying how they are going to celebrate the beginning of the new year, how they are going to welcome the new year. So they are going to watch comedies and songs performed in traditional costume lasting for 4 or 5 hours. So it is like a program. We shall eat dumplings for dinner, which occurs exactly at midnight. So it's talking about 12 o'clock. So they will have their dinner at 12 o'clock. Once the clock strikes 12, they will have their dinner. And what will they have? They will have dumplings. Okay, our house and street outside have been decorated. So of course, whenever there is a festival, you decorate your house as well to express your happiness, to express your joy. So they have also decorated their house and with red silk banners and messages of goodwill that, you know, may God bless you and may the new year be very flourishing for you. May it bring a lot of happiness for you. So banners and messages of goodwill. And the next day on like the first day of the year, new year, they'll give presents to their family members and friends and they will wish them well. So this is the thing, I don't know whether you all know this or not. Even in Gujarat, after Diwali, just after Diwali break, just after Diwali, actually, the day of Diwali, and just the next day after that, we have the Gujaratis New Year. So it is the New Year of Gujarat, and all the Gujaratis, they go at each other's home on that day. They wear nice clothes. They go to everyone's home just to visit. Everyone will go to everyone's house. Everyone will come to our house, and we sit there. We greet them. They give us something to eat. So this is the way it goes on. I've seen this year particularly because we don't celebrate New Year, you know, with that much enthusiasm. The British New Year, as of 1st January, but I've seen here the, you know, traditional New Year of this place. Okay, and then we must say Zinya and Kwaili. So of course, the only thing that we have learned today in Chinese is how to say Happy New Year. That is, they'll say Happy New Year to everyone. Gifts of money are given to children. So children like you are the happiest because they will get nice gifts. And in the evening, we shall watch the TV program which everyone watches on this day. This is the most exciting day of the year for Chinese people. So one thing is for sure, these people celebrate New Year with a lot of enthusiasm. Okay, and what are your plans, all of you, for New Year? Come on, lying in the bed, don't tell me that. because I am going to do that. Yes, Mohammed.
I don't know.
You don't know? Come on, yeah, speak up. This is the last class of the, this month before we end up, because you are going to have holidays. So this is the last class we're meeting today. Come on, any plans, specific plans for winter vacations, for New Year? Study. Rushda says study. Oh God. Who has given you so much of homework?
Just do nothing. Sleep, play, and eat. Was that?
Okay, and sleep nicely.
Eat,
Gaming.
sleep, rest, repeat.
Okay, gaming. Mohammed's plan is gaming.
Ma'am, eat, sleep, play games, race, and repeat.
Repeat. Okay, great. So we have a nice plan. Which games do you play,
I
Mohammed?
will do my free time also.
Which games do you play? Everyone who watched Spider-Man here? Okay, classified. Who watched Spider-Man?
Me.
Okay.
I watched
Ma'am,
it.
I will watch. I want to watch. I will watch.
I don't watch
In the
Spider-Man,
vacations,
but
maybe.
Okay, so some of you have watched it, some of you are going to watch in the vacations. Great. Sleep, play video games, see mobile or TV, and eat and repeat. True. So these are your plans for New Year. What about Munib? Amina, Anas, come on, speak up, yeah. This is the last day we are meeting. Why are you shying from the teacher?
Ma'am, this week is going very slow. I think that from
Because
tomorrow
next
only
week you
there should
have,
be holiday.
yeah, because next week you have holidays. So it will feel like this. Okay. Come on. Does your country have a national costume or traditional dress?
No, ma'am,
Okay.
there are many traditional dresses.
Many. Our country has many traditional dresses, many national, no, not one specific costume or dress. Because India describes unity in diversity. So we have all the religions, all the castes, everyone sitting together. And that is the reason we have so many traditional dresses, so many nice festivals. And there's no particular, okay, Mohammed, FPS games, okay. And no particular national costume. In group, discuss what it consists of and what it represents. This may involve some research. Draw and label the costumes for male and female. Oh God. So who is good at drawing here?
Me.
Ibrahim. And
Okay.
Muhammad.
Anyone who makes sketches?
Muhammad.
Okay, Mohammed. Okay, I mean, Aisha. Okay. So, come on, one by one we'll go and you all will tell me which are the which are the traditional dresses. Let's start from the place where you live in.
Ma'am, kurta pajama.
Okay, this is for?
Ma'am, in Tamil
Ma'am, in India, the traditional dress is sari, right?
Yes, sari can be taken as the traditional dress, we can
Ma'am,
say.
in Tamil Nadu, they wear lungis, that white color lungi, with towel, with that kapra and their gala.
Yes.
Sleeve.
So for the south part, it is different. Then if we talk about Mumbai, we have this, Maharashtra, if we talk about, we have this Maharashtrian sari, I guess, the Navwari sari. I don't know I'm even pronouncing it right or not.
Ma'am, that
It is the 9 yards. Yeah, it is the Maharashtrian sari. It is made up of 9 yards. And then, is saying kurta pajama. So this is for our Muslim brothers, right? They wear this. And then if we talk about Ghagra Choli, yes, this is for Gujarati people. The Chaniya Choli, the Ghagra Choli, they wear it. Even Rajasthani people wear this. So our tradition is mostly for Gujarat and Rajasthan. It is not most almost similar, but it is somewhat similar. Okay, and what about the northern part? The northern part of India.
Jackets.
Sweater.
Sweaters. Okay. Sweaters are your traditional dresses. Default traditional dresses are sweaters because there is a lot of cold. Do you want to say that? Do you mean that?
Ma'am, the furry jacket.
I'm asking about traditional dresses, my dear, not the covering for winter seasons. Okay, so they all have a different. For example, if we talk about Punjab, so they have this salwar kameez.
No, the thing in the wear in their head. I don't remember the name.
That is turban. That is called as turban. Pagdi, turban. That is the turban they wear. So that is, that describes their own tradition.
And that cyclope, ma'am, they are that shield and sword.
What?
Ma'am, some Punjabi
Ma'am,
logo.
the six.
Yes, they have that swords. Yes, they have the small swords and they wear that kada also. Yes, I have been to Kashmir as well. I went there for, just for a trip. So there I wore that Kashmiri dress also. But it was also like mostly there was this lehenga and then there for girls I knew. And it was like on the upper side, it was like a blouse. So this was also very nice. Mostly, I have seen the traditional dresses. I have went to Rajasthan also. So I've worn the Rajasthani dress as well. Okay. So most of the places where you go, if you go for visiting there, you get to have a chance of wearing all the traditional dresses there. Okay. So in your group, decide which colors are most closely associated with your culture. Example, red and yellow are the favorite colors of the Chinese. And discuss what they represent. Think about your national flag colors. So that is the kesari, that orange color, and the white and green.
Ma'am,
So,
the orange Maharashtra also.
Yes, true. Okay, your school uniform colors. You all don't have a school uniform, right?
Ma'am, that some school uniforms have white colors even. I don't know what the white color stands for. I think
it stands for
It
peace.
stands
Peace.
for discipline. For discipline.
Peace and discipline. Yes. Okay. My school uniform when I was in school, if I remember, it was of red color with black lines and white base. Like the shirt was of red color, and then we had a frock over that. On white base, it was black lines.
Ma'am, earlier we had a green blazer, a white shirt, and a green tie.
Okay.
And blue. Not green pant. It was a black pant. That was formal, and for our sports uniform, we had. I was telling green tie, not pant. Acha, green tie, okay. And for sports uniform, we had four different colors: yellow, blue, green, and red. And then for pants, we had gray pants for sports uniform.
Who is okay? Great, blue and white. Okay, so who is into football here? I don't know the national football team colors. Please, anyone?
Me. Blue. Me.
Navy blue. Ma'am, white, red, yellow, blue, dark blue, light blue, white, and turquoise, green.
So many colors.
Yes.
Wait a second. Even I am looking for that. That is a shame that we don't know about our country's football team colors. But okay. Ask me about cricket. I know about cricket, but football I don't watch.
Our country is only blue. The blue is only blue.
Okay, yeah, it is there. Yeah, correct. It is blue. Okay. So these are all the colors that are mostly associated with our culture because these colors are represented in our flags and our national football team colors. Mostly, I guess our flag color will represent the color of the country. That is, the orange color and the green color, and the harmony between both the religions. That is white. Peace. Okay. Imagine that you are Hongwei's pen friend. Write a letter back to him describing your favorite Favorite feast day of the year? Come on. So before we talk anything about the letter, I want you all to tell me the format of informal writing.
Ma'am, you just start with the date and then
Okay,
you
we
just
start
tell
with the
your
date.
name. Nah, 1 minute.
Ma'am, you
Ek
started
minute.
writing the sender's and receiver's address.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
we write receiver's address in informal letter. Do we?
No,
No,
ma'am.
we have the
Sender's
sender.
address, ma'am.
Sender's address. Yes, you said receiver's. Okay, sender's address. Then what next?
Then you write the date and then you start with the year, whatever the name.
Yes, yes. Do you write the subject?
For the ma'am, first you ask
Yes,
for
yes,
the
you write the
well-being,
subject, ma'am, and form.
for the well-being, and then in the middle paragraph you write for the main reason you are sending the letter, and in the end paragraph you write
Conclusion,
thank you.
ma'am.
Yes, and in the right sincerely
No,
that
yours
That comes in
lovingly.
conclusion, ma'am. And
Yeah,
comes
that
in
is the concluding part. Yes, correct. Okay. And do you write the subject? Who will tell me?
Yes, ma'am, you write the subject in common.
Are you sure? You're right. Do you write a subject in informal letter? You're sending a letter to your father, to your mother, and you're writing the subject.
Ma'am, you asked for formal or informal?
What, dear?
Did you ask for formal or informal?
Yeah, informal. I asked for informal.
Oh, I thought you said
Yeah,
formal.
sender's address, see. Yeah, Aisha has said it. Sender's address, date, salutation, body of the letter, and conclusion. That's it. Nothing else. Because we are talking about informal. And what is for the formal letter?
First date.
Receivers and sender's address, both.
Sender's address will
Receivers.
come first, always. Sender's address will come first. Then date, then receiver's address. And then subject. And then you will start. Salutation.
But ma'am, if you're not writing real letter just for exam, so we can firstly write sender's receiver's address, then date, and
You're
then
not writing
subject.
real letter means, what do you mean by that?
Like
That
fake letter for school.
No.
For-
Wherever you are asked to write a letter, the format will stay same only, my dear. No matter what, if you're writing a real letter or not, if you're writing it for exams or something, or if you're not writing a real letter, this is not, we are not teaching you, our motive is not to, that you will write a letter. So we are teaching you about that. No. We don't write letters now. This is about the format. Format is the main thing that you should know whenever you're writing a letter to someone. Mostly even on emails these days, right? When I have to send an email, so if I'm sending an email to anyone who is, for example, Daud sir or Shabana ma'am, so what do? I just write the subject in the email. So email writing is completely different. I'm just giving you an example. So I will write the subject there. And then I will start with directly the salutation and everything. But in letters, formal and informal letters, the format is completely different. The format has to be followed. If, for example, if you want a leave for 3 days and you're writing an application, right? If you're writing an application to the principal of your school, and the format for application is again then different. It is a bit different. You don't sit and write your address there, no. But in letters, you write address. They have their own significance. So you cannot change the format no matter to whom you're writing. If you are told to write a formal or informal letter, you have to go according to the format. Because when you go for your 10th standard, when you go for your 9th standard in higher grades, they will look at the format and they will, judge your, they will be putting your marks, they'll assess you based on that criteria. So the criteria that I've told you, your grammar, your vocabulary, your format will always be first. Then your grammar, then vocabulary, your spellings and everything. So if all that is right, still then you have a chance of getting 4.5 out of 5. All of that is perfect. 4 or 4.5. Okay. And try everyone. Most of you have checked your letters. So I'm just repeating this thing. Before you submit any of your creative writing part, just try rechecking it. Try rechecking all the spellings, Try rereading the sentences. Even in exams, when you write something out of the creative part, reread everything. Just before you submit once, check it nicely. In case if you have any mistakes, you still have the time to correct. And most of you are making mistakes with the spelling. So this is not expected out of you all in 7th or 8th standard. So, you know, try improve. It's okay. Mistakes happen. That's okay. But try learning from them. Okay. So specifically to the people who have, the students whom I have replied that, you know, check your spelling. You go through your letter once again, check your spelling and just check the correct spelling. Okay. We cannot afford to lose marks in spellings, at least at this age. Okay. So now, which is this letter? Write a letter back to him describing your favorite feast day of the year. Which is this letter? Formal or informal?
Informal.
Informal. Yes, we are talking about a friend is sending a letter to another friend. So this is informal letter. Okay, just wait a second. Okay, so now today will not carry forward more. As you know, the format of formal and informal. Just keep on, just have a look. In case if you ever get confused, just have a look. Sender's address, date, receiver's address. Sender's address will always be the first one. You are the one sending it. You'll write your own address first. Okay, in informal letter. Sorry. Okay, so as it is your last day today, we are not going to continue forward. Okay, we are already on the end of this unit. I guess only one text is there. So the certain questions where I feel they are necessary to write, I will make you write them down. Don't worry. But here there was, this was a discussion type. There was nothing as such important to write about your traditional dresses and everything. So I'll not write this. Now, next time when we join up after our Christmas break, what we'll do is we'll go with the next text. And I guess only 1 or 2 texts are left. And then we'll start, then we'll have a new chapter. So you're going to have your exams in January. Did you get the news?
In January?
Yes, in January. FA exams.
There are continuous exams for January.
No, not continuous exams. FA exams are there. You will be informed about the date as well. I don't know whether I'm allowed to speak here or not, but surely you're going to get it.
On 17 and 18.
Achha, you got the dates?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, great. So that is great. Okay. So today now again we'll play a game. Come on, which game do you all want to play? Only 6 of us are there.
Only 5 students are here.
That
they are left.
Yeah, I noticed it right now. Actually, they all didn't wanted to play the game, so they left. Okay, so do you all want to play the game or shall we end up then? What do you say? I will leave this on you. It is your choice. Okay, Aisha says game.
What game will it be?
Whichever you say, maybe Kahoot.
Okay, let's play the game then.
Okay. Mohammed, what do you say?
Yes, okay.
Okay. So, Mohammed, what you do? Okay, they're back. You will do the screen sharing, my dear. I'm allowing you. Okay.